Hello again, I'm Rahana, and we are playing more of Gakuen Heaven 2. This is the continuation of the previous scene where Yuki was helping sort papers. Now he's gotten hungry, so they are going out. And we'll continue from here. This is a really cute scene. It's also pretty long, so it may take 2-3 videos to cover all of it, but this is one of my favorite scenes in here. Very cute, very cute. Okay, so here's Yuki being surprised. Professor Sakaki is this.
見ての通り、おでんの屋台だ。
As you can see, it's an Oden stall. And Oden is a type of food where the different ingredients are served in a type of broth. So there's all sorts of different things that could be in there. And you'll see in the CG that's coming up a variety of ingredients kind of pictured on the table there. Get more of an idea of what's going on, but...
それじゃまさか
Well, then are we...
手伝いのお礼にな、おごってやる。
I'll treat you as thanks for helping.
やったー
And of course, any mention of food, and Yuki's like, this is the best day ever.
そんなに喜ぶことか？
It makes you that happy?
たかがおでんだぞ。
It's only Oden.
嬉しいに決まってるじゃないですか。だってこの屋台、俺たち生徒はお断りなんですよ。
Well, of course I'm happy. This stall is off limits to us students.
時々近くを通りかかって、先生たちが食べてるのをいつも指をくわえて見てたんですから。
Every once in a while, I'd pass by and enviously watch the teachers eating.
そうか。
I see.
そういえばここは大人の連れがいない限り生徒は NG だったな。
Well, that's right. This place is off limits to students unaccompanied by an adult.
なんで生徒はダメなんでしょう。
Well, why can't students go?
お客さんがたくさん来たら、屋台だって儲かると思うのに。
Well, I think if lots of customers came, the stall would be more profitable.
ここは酒を出すからな。
Because this place serves sake.
それに、お前ら生徒が押し寄せたら、本来の客である教師や職員が店に入れなくて迷惑だろう。
It would be bothersome if you students swarmed the place and then the original customers, the teachers and staff, couldn't get it.
寮のある生徒と違って、教職員専用の食堂はないからな。
Unlike the students at the dorm, there's no cafeteria for the teachers and staff.
なるほど。
I see.
それから、連れてくるのは今回だけだからな。他の生徒には黙っとけよ。
So I'm only bringing you this time. Don't tell the other students.
もちろん秘密にします。
Of course I'll keep it a secret.
バレたら他の生徒にたかられて面倒だからな。
It would be annoying if it got out and other students tried sponging off me.
いらっしゃい。
Welcome.
二人だ。席はあるか？
It's two. Do you have seats?
空いてますよ。
These are
俺
free.
に日本酒と、あと適当に見繕ってくれ。
I'll take sake and an assortment of your choice.
はいよ。
All right.
あ、伊藤先生に松岡先生。
Oh, it's Professor Ito and Dr. Matsuoka.
おや？面白い組み合わせだね。
Well, that's an interesting combination.
本当だ。二人ともこっち座って座って。
It's true. You two, come over here and sit.
やったー。いただきます。
Let's eat. So I'll take a look here, and you can see the different ingredients in the broth here. So they just kind of get served up in the bowls you can see there, and everyone's got their food. This is a cute scene with these four characters. Got two returners from the previous game and two new characters. So it's a nice combination of everybody. Plus, I'm pretty fond of. Especially Matsuoka. I actually like Matsuoka quite a bit, even though he's kind of a really minor character. And, well, Keita's cute too. He's got his charms. He's pretty cute. Even if he is kind of derp, but, I mean, he continues to be derp, but we'll see that.
あと、このさつま揚げ最高。
And it's too hot. The fried fish cake is really awesome.
美味しいかい？他の具もなかなかだよ。
It's delicious, isn't it? The other ingredients are also pretty good.
はい、全種類食べてみたいです。
Yeah, I want to try them all.
それで榊先生、こんな遅くにどうされたんですか？
So, Professor Sakaki, what brings you here so late?
榊先生が誰かを連れてくるなんて珍しいですよね。
It's rare that you bring someone. Notice that it's not something that's never happened that you bring someone, so I wonder if maybe he's brought Sonoda in the past, or maybe even gone here with now. Don't know.
ベル1のせいで授業の準備が滞っていたからな。
Well, because of the Bell 1, my class preparations piled up.
こいつに手伝ってもらってたんだ。その礼にな。
He helped me, so this is in thanks.
なるほど。お手伝いのご褒美なんだ。榊先生も意外と優しいんですね。
I see, so it's a reward for helping. You're surprisingly kind, Professor Sakaki.
意外とは余計だ。
Surprisingly is uncalled for.
伊藤先生と松岡先生は
What about you, Professor Ito and Dr. Matsuoka?
ちょうど仕事帰りの伊藤先生に会ってね。
Well, I ran into Professor Ito just as I was coming back from work.
ここで夕ご飯でも食べようかって話になったんだ。
And our conversation turned to, well, why don't we eat dinner here?
俺たちが来た頃はまだ明るかったんだけど、松岡先生と話し込んじゃってさ。
It was still bright when we got here, but I got deep in conversation with Dr. Matsuoka.
何の話をしてたんですか？
What were you talking about?
君が活躍したベル1を見て、伊藤先生が生徒だった頃の話をいろいろと思い出してね。
After seeing your efforts in the Bell 1, we were remembering things about when Professor Ito was a student.
思い出話に花を咲かせてたんだ。
It was fun reminiscing.
飲んでたのか？
Were you drinking?
まさか、これウーロン茶ですって。
Of course not. This is oolong tea.
伊藤先生、お酒飲めないんだ。
Oh, Professor Ito, so you don't drink?
飲めないわけじゃないけど、あんまりお酒強くないんだ。松岡先生もウーロン茶だよ。
Well, it's not that I don't drink, but I'm not really good with alcohol. I guess he's a bit of a lightweight. Dr. Matsuoka also has oolong tea.
僕はバイク通勤だからね。
It's because I commute by bike.
へえ、松岡先生ってバイクに乗るんですね。なんかイメージ湧かないや。
And by bike, they mean motorcycle. So you ride a bike. I can't really picture it.
あれ？でも松岡先生、白衣のままですよ。
But you're wearing a doctor's coat.
ああ、僕はまだ仕事が残っているから、この後学園に戻るんだ。
Yeah, I still have work left to do, so after this, I'm going back to the school.
そっか。
I see.
そういえば、榊先生の手伝いって大変じゃなかったかい？
Oh, come to think of it, wasn't it hard helping Professor Sakaki?
ええ、まあそれなりに。
Well, in its own way.
榊先生の授業って個別に生徒の課題を用意してるから。
Since Professor Sakaki prepares individual homework for the students in his classes.
そうなんですよ。さっき整理したプリントを見て初めて知ったんですけど。
That's right. Before, when I saw the printouts I was sorting, I learned that for the first time.
ハード以上の授業だと出される問題が生徒によって内容が違うんですね。
For the hard and ultimate classes, the problems that appear are different depending on the student. This kind of makes you wonder, though, because I thought he only taught ultimate classes, but now they're mentioning hard classes as well. So I don't know, maybe he helps somebody else out with developing homework for the students in the hard classes as well. But anyway, the point is that he makes individualized homework.
俺はレギュラークラスだったから今まで気づかなかったんですけど、どうしてなんですか？
Since I'm in the regular class, I didn't realize it until now. Why is that?
レギュラーは基礎しか教えないからな。確実的な授業で十分なんだ。
I don't teach anything but the basics for regular. A standard lesson is plenty.
だがハード以上のクラスはそれなりに学ぶ気のある生徒が集まっているからな。
But for the hard and ultimate classes, I have students that are relatively serious about learning. So again, that's the hard and ultimate being mentioned here.
そいつらがレベルアップするにはそれぞれの弱い部分を個別に重点的にやった方が効率的だ。
In order for them to level up, it's more effective to focus on their individual weak points.
お前も自分専用の問題が解きたければハードに上がればいい。
If you want to solve personalized problems, then you advance to the hard class.
授業で退屈しないぞ。
It's not boring in that class.
そんな、今のレギュラークラスでも授業を追うだけで精一杯なんですから。
No, it's all I can do to just follow the lesson in the regular class.
その上のハードクラスに上がるなんて絶対無理ですよ。
Advancing to the hard class on top of that would be impossible.
だろうな。
It would.
あっさり認められると、それはそれでへこむな。
Agreeing so quickly is kind of depressing. So Sakaki did not hesitate to be like, yep, that's right.
大丈夫。俺も学生時代はレギュラーばっかりだったし。
It's okay. When I was in school, I was all regular.
この学園の上位のクラスは全国から選ばれた生徒だからね。上がれなくてもへこむ必要はないって。
The top rank at this school is made of students chosen from the entire country. Even if you don't advance, you don't have to be depressed about it. So that's true. I mean, it's the best of the very best at this school. So, yeah, not everyone's going to be ultimate in everything or really anything necessarily. Especially since Yuki is just a normal kid. He's an ordinary student, so he didn't get in for any special reason, not his academics. He doesn't have any other skills, so it makes sense that he would just be in a regular class.
ですよね。
That's right.
それにしても榊先生はすごいな。
Besides, you're amazing, Professor Sakaki.
俺なんてレギュラークラスの授業の準備だけでもいっぱいいっぱいなのに。
Well, just the preparation for the regular class lessons is all I can handle.
個別のレベルや不得意部分に合わせて別々の問題作るなんて俺には無理ですよ。
Making separate questions at an individual level or to match someone's weak points would be impossible for me.
生徒のためになるってのは分かってるんですけどね。
Even though I know it's for the sake of the students.
残念ながらその榊先生の心遣いはあまり生徒には伝わってないみたいだよ。
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the professor's care is getting through to the students very much.
どういうことですか？
What do you mean?
保健室に来た生徒に榊先生の授業の愚痴をよく生徒から聞かされるからね。
I often hear complaints about Professor Sakaki's class from the students who come to the nurse's office.
授業がきついのはもちろん、テストに至っては鬼畜レベルだってよく言ってるよ。
Of course that the class is hard, but they also say that the tests are even worse at a savage level.
え、そんなに難しいんですか？
Are they really that hard?
安心しろ。レギュラークラスは授業レベルの内容しか出さん。
Don't worry, the regular class doesn't get anything more than the level of the lesson.
そういえば榊先生って絶対100点を取れないテストを作ることで有名でしたね。
Come to think of it, Professor Sakaki is famous for making tests that no one can get 100% on.
絶対100点が取れないって。
Tests that no one can get 100 on?
それって難しすぎるってことですか？それとも答えがない問題とか？
Well, doesn't it mean that it's too hard or that there's questions that can't be answered?
そうじゃなくて、今年は特別だけど普段榊先生のテストを受けるのってハードクラス以上の生徒だろ？
Well, that's not it. This year is special, but normally only the hard and ultimate students take Professor Sakaki's tests, right? Again, that's really bugging me. I really thought they made a point of saying that he only teaches the ultimate class. I don't know.
はい、みんな頭いいですよね。
Yes, everyone's really smart.
そういう出来のいい生徒ほどミスしやすい問題を出したり、
He makes problems that are easy to miss for those sorts of bright students.
生徒ごとに一番発想しにくい方向性の問題を作ってるんだって。
He creates problems in a direction that's hard for the students to conceive.
すごい。
That's amazing.
でしたよね、榊先生。
Isn't that right?
単に俺は自分は頭がいいと思っている連中の鼻っ柱をへし折ってやるのが趣味なだけだ。
Wow. It's simply that I like to take the lot that think they're smart down a peg.
この学園の奴らは自分の能力を過信して天狗になってるのが多い。
There's a lot of guys at this school who overestimate their abilities and get cocky.
だから俺のテストで挫折ってものを味わわせて世間の厳しさを教えてやってるんだよ。
Through my tests, I let them taste frustration and the harshness of the world. So there's a nice life lesson for you. Life is hard, and so are my tests. This kind of seems like a cutesy throwaway sort of thing, but this is actually important to remember for later, that, you know, he's not teaching at a level where it's just kind of going to let people coast through. It's very important to him to make sure that, number one, they're learning something, and number two, that they're trying to think in ways that are different from what they might expect. And we will learn more about the reasons for this as we go through here. But this is not just some thing that's kind of put in there to make this scene amusing, even though it does. It's kind of funny to get his perspective on this. There's a reason for his attitude toward the students.
榊先生、そんな言い方してるから生徒に陰口叩かれちゃうんですよ。
It's because you talk like that that the students criticize you behind your back.
結果として生徒たちは的確でとても学力の伸びる方法で学べているんだから。
And as a result, the students learn precisely in a way that stretches their abilities.
そういう意図はちゃんと説明してあげないと誤解されたままになってしまうよ。
If you don't properly explain your intentions, they'll stay with that misunderstanding.
ですよね。
That's right.
俺の周りでもみんなド S とかスパルタとかって言ってますもん。
Well, even around me, everyone calls him a sadist and a slave driver.
別に言わせておけばいい。
Well, let them say what they like.
俺は別に生徒に好かれるために教師をやっているわけじゃないからな。それでいいんだ。
I didn't really become a teacher to be liked by the students. It's fine.
でも生徒と仲良くなるのも大事だと思いますよ。
But I think being friends with the students is important, don't you?
そうやって生徒の点数を稼ぐのは伊藤先生に任せるさ。
I'll leave scoring points with the students to you.
またそんなこと言って。
Saying stuff like that again.
なんだ朝比奈。
What is it, Asahina?
榊先生は気にしないのかもしれないですけど、
You might not mind it, but
俺としてはもっと榊先生の考えてることを伝えてほしいなって思いますよ。
I wish you would tell us what you were thinking more.
知ってどうする？
And then what?
だって榊先生も先生なりにこの学園や生徒のことを考えてくれてたじゃないですか。
Well, as a teacher, you take into consideration the school and the students.
授業だけじゃなくてベルワンのこととかも。
And not just in class, but even in the Bell 1 and stuff. So again, here's Yuki kind of poking a little bit there, saying, hey, you know, why are you so closed up? Why are you so hidden with this expression of wanting to help people, wanting to do something good for them, but kind of hiding it in a way? And that kind of bugs Yuki. He doesn't like that. He likes when people are straightforward and just say what they mean, do what they mean, instead of kind of hiding their good intention behind something else.
俺はそれをもっとみんなに知ってほしいんです。
I want everyone to know that more.
わかるよ。俺も朝比奈くんに賛成。
I know, I agree too.
俺なんかは生徒が困ってるとつい優しく接しちゃうけど、
Although, when a student's in trouble, I end up treating them with kid gloves.
それが必ずしも正しいとは限らない。
That may not necessarily be right.
どう接するのがその生徒にとってベストなのかをちゃんと考えるってのも、
You have to think carefully about how to best deal with each student.
生徒に接する上での優しさの形だと思うんだ。
I think how you deal with the students is a form of kindness.
なるほど。
I see.
だから榊先生は俺なんかよりずっとちゃんと生徒のことを見てると思いますよ。
And that's why I think Professor Sakaki takes far better care of the students than I do.
買いかぶりすぎだ。
You're giving me too much credit.
そんなことないですって。
But it's true.
だいたい俺はそういうのが面倒だから伊藤先生にクラスのことを任せているんだ。
Anyway, that sort of thing is annoying, so I'll leave the class type stuff to Professor Ito.
俺は授業や副理事の仕事で手一杯だからな。
I have my hands full with lessons and my work as the assistant director.
だって今日も朝比奈くんをここに連れてきてあげてるじゃないですか。
Well, didn't you bring Asahina here today?
榊先生はやっぱり優しいと思うけどな。
I think you are nice after all.
別にこいつを連れてきたのはお前の言うような優しさじゃない。
My bringing him here isn't kind like you're talking about. In other words, every time someone accuses me of being nice, I'm going to deny it as much as I possibly can. Which will happen over and over and over again as you watch this.
朝比奈の腹が呆れるくらいに盛大になったから哀れに思っただけだ。
Oh, I just felt pity because Asahina's stomach growled so loudly I was astonished. Nice fake laugh there.
だが伊藤先生の言うことも一理あるな。
But there is some truth to what Professor Ito says.
じゃあこれからはもっと優しいところも見せてくれるんですか？
So from now on, are you going to show more kindness?
いや、教師として生徒への礼の仕方を間違えていた。
No, as a teacher, that's the wrong way to thank a student.
はい。
勉強を教えてやったり、個別の課題を特別に用意してやった方が朝比奈のためになったな。
Well, teaching you and preparing special personalized homework would be more for your sake.
いえ、結構です。
No, thank you.
遠慮するな。そうでなくてもお前は1ヶ月も出遅れてるんだ。
Well, don't be shy. Even without that, you came to school a month late.
それはそうですけど、でも俺、おでんのお礼の方がずっと嬉しいです。
Well, that's true, but thanking me with Oden makes me much happier. As he stuffs his face.
そう遠慮するな。お前が望むだけ数学を教えてやるぞ。
Don't hold back. I'll teach you as much math as you like.
だったら俺も歴史を教えるよ。
Well, in that case, I'll teach you history.
伊藤先生まで。
What, you two?
じゃあ僕は
And then for me,
松岡先生も。
you too, Dr. Matsuoka.
俺はおでんがいいんです。
I'm fine with Oden. And I'm going to stop here because this scene goes on for a bit more here. Just a nice scene between the three adults and Yuki just kind of hanging out with them. It's nice to see the interaction between everyone. And, you know, remember the connections between them, Matsuoka and Keita, from the true ending of the original Gakuen Heaven. You know, once it was the edition that actually included Matsuoka, you know, helping him out, being very selfless and helping Matsuoka wake up his friend, Hiroya, who had been affected by that same mysterious virus that Keita had also caught when hanging out at Kazuki's place when he was a kid. He luckily was able to be cured, and the cure for that didn't affect him in a bad way. It just gave him a fever, but Hiroya, who was Matsuoka's friend, was given the same cure, but that put him into a coma. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on there, but just know that those two are very close because of that, because of what Keita did for Matsuoka. And then Keita and Sakaki are connected because Keita is his assistant homeroom teacher, so they actually work together pretty closely with things. But as you can see, it sounds like all the kind of touchy-feely stuff dealing with the students who have problems, who have questions about things, who just need help in general, all gets left to Keita. And in some of the other characters, they actually mention a little bit about Keita, how he's very popular with the students and how they will go to him if they have trouble. Obviously, it seems like these students are not comfortable approaching Professor Sakaki about things, even though it seems that, you know, if you look beyond the surface where he's kind of tough on the outside, he has a softer side where he wants to help people improve, and you know, maybe in a little bit of a mean way, saying, you know, they need to be taken down a notch, you know, taken down a peg. But the feeling is genuine that he wants them to be able to improve themselves. So, just a nice scene with everybody here, and you can see a lot of the teasing back and forth, and that'll actually get a little more intense in the continuation of this scene. It's actually very cute how everyone interacts with each other here. So I will stop this one here, and I will continue with the rest of the scene next time. Thank you for watching.